Hi friends, welcome back to our fun series about building a messaging app. Today, we are going to talk about something super cool, the tech stack. I know it may sound a big word, but don't worry, we are going to keep it easy and fun. This is where we decide which tools and technologies need to build our app for teachers and parents. Get comfortable, maybe grab a snack, and let's learn together about the tech that will help us to make our app awesome. Before we start, let me tell you where we are in our series. This is our third video. In the first video, we thought of a great idea for our app and made sure people will love it. In the second video, we planned what the app needs to do, like sending messages and keeping contacts. Now, it's time to choose the right tech stack, the tools that will help us to build our app. Let's get started. By the end of this video, you will know which tools we are going to pick and why. We will talk about how the app looks, how it works behind the scenes, and how messages get sent quickly. So let's go. First, let's talk about the front end. The front end is the part of the app that you see and touch, like buttons and pictures. It needs to be easy to use, look nice, and work well on different screens. There are many tools we can use to build our front end, but let's keep it simple and focus on some of the most popular and useful ones. So what choices do we have for front end? We have React.js, which is a tool that helps us to build the cool and interactive parts of the app. Vue.js, which is another tool that's simple and fun to use. And finally, Angular, a bigger tool that helps us to build big apps with lots of features. We are going to choose React.js because it is like building with Lego blocks. We can make little pieces called components and put all together to make our app. It is very popular, which means lots of people out there use it and help each other. Plus, React makes the app fast and smooth, so teachers and parents can use it without any problems. React helps us to build our app step by step, just like building a Lego house, one block at a time. It makes our app looks nice and work well, and it's easy to fix things if something goes wrong. And let's be honest, who doesn't love Lego? It makes building our app fun and easy. Let's think of the front end like a colorful playground. We want it to be bright, friendly, and easy to play in. With React, we can create different areas in our playground, like a swing of messages, a slide of announcements, and a sandbox for contacts. Each part is built using React components, making everything fit together perfectly and look amazing. Now, let's talk about making the app work on phones. We want our app to work both on iPhone and Android devices without doing the same work twice. There are many ways to make apps for phones, but we are going to look at the most popular and best ones. This will help us to choose the right way without feeling overwhelmed by too many options. So, what choices do we have for mobile development? We have React Native, which lets us to use the same tools and technology as React.js to make apps for phones. Second option is Flutter, another tool that can make apps for both iPhone and Android devices. And third option is native app development, which use Swift for iPhone and Kotlin for Android development. We are choosing React Native because it is like having a magic tool that helps us make one app that works on both kinds of phones. This saves us a ton of time and makes sure our app looks and feels the same, no matter what phone you use. React Native is also very good at making apps run fast, so no one has to wait for messages to load. Using React Native means we can spend more time making our app fun and easy to use instead of doing double the work for each phone type. Plus, lots of developers out there use React Native, so we can find help easily if we need it. Think of React Native as a superhero that can work on any type of phone without needing a special suite for each one. It helps our app work well on any phone, just like how superheroes can save the day anywhere they go. This way, teachers and parents can use our app easily, whether they have an iPhone or Android device. Next, we have the backend. The backend is like the brain of our app. It handles all the data like messages and user information. and makes sure everything works smoothly behind the scenes. There are many ways to build the backend, but we are going to focus on the most popular ones. What choices do we have for backend? As a first option, we have Node.js with Express.js, a fast and flexible way to build the backend. A second option is Python with Django or Flask, which are tools for building the backend with Python. We have Ruby on Rails, another way to build backend with Ruby language. Java and Spring Boot, a strong tool for building big backends. And finally, .NET Core, a tool from Microsoft for building the backends. So we are going to choose Node.js with Express.js because it is great for the apps that needs to send messages very quickly, like our messaging app. Node.js is very fast and can handle lots of messages at the same time. And because we are already using JavaScript for our frontend, using Node.js for the backend means we can use the same language everywhere. This makes our team work better and faster. Express.js is like a simple helper that works with Node.js to build the backend. It gives us the tools we need without making things too complicated. This helps us keep our backend clean and efficient. Think of Node.js like the backstage crew at the concert. It keeps everything running smoothly, while the front end, the performers, get all the glory. But without the backend, there is no show. Imagine the backend like the engine of a car. It's not something you can see, but it makes everything move. Node.js helps our app run smoothly, handling all the messages and make sure everything works fast and well. On the other hand, Express.js is like the mechanic that keeps the engine working perfectly without any fuss. Okay, now let's talk about databases. Databases are where we store all the information, like who the teachers and parents are, and all the messages they sent. Again, there are many types of databases, but we are going to focus on the most popular and useful ones to keep things simple and safe. What choices do we have for databases? In relational databases, we have Postgres and MySQL. Postgres is a strong and reliable database, and MySQL is another good option for storing data. We have NoSQL databases. One option is MongoDB, which is a good for flexible and changing data. Another one is Firebase Firestore. It's a cloud database that updates in real time. And finally, we have in-memory databases. The best option maybe is Redis, a super fast database for temporary data. We are going to choose Postgres as our main database because it is very strong and can handle lots of data safely. It's perfect for keeping all the important information like user profiles and messages histories. Postgres is like a big, secure library where we can find everything we need quickly. To make sure our app runs fast, especially when sending messages, we also using Redis. Redis helps by storing some data in a way that we can get very quickly. This means when you send a message, it goes through faster and making the app smooth and easy to use. Redis is like having a super fast helper that brings things to you right away. With combination of Postgres and Redis working together, we make sure all your information is safe and messages are sent instantly without any waiting. And let's be honest, when you're sending messages, nobody likes to wait. Think of Postgres as a big organized toy box where we keep all our important toys, like user profiles and messages. Redis is like having a special drawer for your favorite toys that you play with every day. It helps us grab them quickly, so you don't need to wait. Real-time communication means sending messages right away, just like talking to a friend. We need our app to send and receive messages instantly. There are a few ways to make this happen, but we are going to look at the most popular and useful options to keep it simple and reliable. We have WebSockets, a way for the app to send messages back and forth quickly. We have Socket.io, a tool that makes using WebSockets easier and more reliable. And finally, we have Firebase Real-Time Database, a cloud tool that sends data instantly. We are going to choose Socket.io because it makes sending messages in real time easy and reliable. Socket.io works with our Node.js backend and helps our app send messages right away, even if the internet is a bit slow. It's like having a magic messenger that's always gets your messages through no matter what. Socket.io helps teachers and parents send messages instantly, so no one has to wait. Whether it's quick question or one important announcement, messages get delivered right away. Imagine you're passing notes in class. You want your friend to get it as soon as you hand it over. Socket.io is like having a magical pen that sends your note instantly to your friend's desk, no matter where they are. So there we have it, the tech stack that's going to power our messaging app. We talked about everything from the tools that make our app look nice to brain that makes it work and making sure messages will send right away. This stack will give us a strong base to build on, keeping our app easy to use, fast, and always working. But we are not stopping here. I want to let you know that we are going to dive deeper into the topics in our next videos. We will talk about authentication, which is how we make sure only the right people can use our app. We will explore security, ensuring that all your messages and data is safe and private. And we will cover deployment, showing you how to put our app online so everyone can easily use it. For example, we will look at tools like Firebase Authentication to handle user logins and Heroku for deploying our app without too much hassle. These topics are crucial for building a reliable and trustworthy messaging app, and I'm excited to share them with you in the next videos. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. What do you think about these tech stack choices? Any other tech you think we should have considered? I love hearing your thoughts, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.